I really got into filmmaking because I fell in love with storytelling. The biggest thing that really kind of captivated me in that aspect was really seeing how emotionally connected people can get to stories, and how it has that ability to really inspire and motivate people to, take on idea, to take action, even sometimes inspire people to live life. So, that's the biggest thing that I've learned, and what really attracted me into filmmaking, and why, in my end, I want to continue to inspire other people to do the same, because, if it wasn't for this, I wouldn't have a reason to actually want to try and explore more in the world. I'm still finding it to this day, is finding that balance to still be motivated and to still love what I do, because there's lots of times where I'm just like, I don't love this. Why did I get myself into this? Why did I do this in the first place? But then there are other times where you experience those moments where it's like, I can't see myself doing anything else, because you find yourself in these situations where it's almost like winning a lottery ticket, where you have no idea how you got on there, how it all happened, but you found yourself in that experience and you're taking it fully, with you. So you kind of have to do the things that you don't love in order to get to those times and moments where you will love it. It's finding that balance. In the end of the day, if you're always doing something that you love, you'll never find fulfillment into it, in my opinion, because in order to find fulfillment or love in any kind of form, there's got to be some form of suffering. And that suffering side is like the side where, the things that you have to deal with that may not be like the best thing or the best part of the situation, but suffering is like the payoff, in my opinion. It leads to the payoff. Like having to get through the late nights, having to go through the edits, having to talk to the client, having to try and search for clients and paying jobs. All of that discussion and, in between, all of that is, yes, really difficult to go through, and some of it just makes you want to pull out your hair. But having gone through all that suffering, having gone through all of that, leads to that eventual payoff. So in the end of the day, I believe that you can't be always happy with your job, and you can't always be sad about your job. It's that benefit of going through the suffering by taking action that leads to that happy payoff of being fulfilled in your work. I believe that in any creative field, boundaries is actually what makes us more creative. It allows us to actually come up with these unique solutions that we wouldn't have thought of before, because they give us this idea and this kind of new way of playing with it. So, it's knowing yourself, it's knowing where you can and can't go. It's allowing yourself to have those moments where I can break the rules today because I want to do this, because it allows you to kind of have that freedom to want to explore more. And then from there, it's allowing yourself to be okay with sucking at something. That's the other thing too. To set boundaries and to be okay with fucking up, because when you mess up at something, it only means that you tried something and it didn't work out. But trying is ultimately the biggest factor, and not the fucking up part. It's that you're allowing yourself to try something out and be okay regardless of the outcome. So I think that's the other side of it all. To continue to love what you do is to keep messing up and to know when you can set yourself apart from it. The biggest thing that I keep repeating to myself, because I just need it so much, is that, it's something I adopted from my brother. It's little steps, right? You got to take little steps in order to make the biggest distance. You can't be expecting to be this amazing creator and this amazing filmmaker in such a short time. You can't. And if you do, you are selling your soul to so many people. You don't want to be in this industry shackled up with people's expectations, with people's money, with people's, kind of perception of you. That's not genuinely you. It'd be best if you slowly built that up and kind of grew yourself into the industry and doing things your way and having people fall in love with you as a person and with what you produce so much more than just trying to appease everyone, because then you're stuck in their expectations. And then that's when you start to lose yourself and you start to lose your love for what you do.